When it comes to anything in business or life, relationships, do you ever wonder, am I in the right place? Do I fit in? Am I too much? Shall I know I'll be too much sometimes. Or do you think, am I not enough? In full transparency, I definitely have struggled and still struggle with these questions to this day. But I can honestly say this, I've come to a particular place of peace. So if you've ever struggled with these types of questions, then I invite you to keep on watching. Hey friends, hey, it's Denise Renee, and I know I've been MIA on this channel. I know, and I made this big old declaration New Year's Eve that I'm here and I'm gonna be here, and then it was crickets. So I apologize for that. But in my defense, these last couple of weeks, these last 2 months, January and February, I've been transitioning into a new schedule with work, with my business, with my other income stream. It's been a little bit chaotic, just trying to balance out and level everything out. And unfortunately, since my priority is my business channel, which is Writing with Denise Renee, this channel kind of gets put to the background. And it's not like I haven't recorded any content. I just haven't gotten around to editing it. And that's like been my biggest Achilles heel is editing. So I have an editor for my main content now, and I'm working on creating a bank of content on that channel. So that's been taking my focus. But I shared something with myself the other day, and I was like, you know what? I really want to share this with a larger audience. So it broke me out of my little hiatus to get on here, get on camera, and intro this piece of content I'm going to share with you. Here's something to know about me. As a creative, I have ideas running through my head all the time. And so one of the best ways that I have found over the last couple of years to capture my ideas, especially when I'm on the go, is to use the voice notes on my phone. I use it for everything. I use it for content. I use it to journal, all of the things. And so I had a thought a few days ago, and I just grabbed my phone and spit it out, and I said, okay, I'll use this and turn it into my outline for a video. And then I realized, I was like, you know what? I said what I said so authentically and so from the heart. I don't know if I could recreate that. So I'm not. So I'm going to share with you some raw audio that I made for myself. And in it, you're going to hear my solution to this question of, am I enough? Especially when it comes to building a personal brand and building a business around my brand. I know I'm not the only one who struggles with figuring out, well, what's my brand story? What's that thing that's going to rally people around me and help me to really build a community that I'm looking to build, help the people that I want to build, and help me live the life that I want to live. And I promise you, fighting with myself over who I think I am, who I think I'm not, who I think I'm for, who I think I'm not, I came to a place of peace, and it's something that I remind myself on a regular basis. So the only caveat I will give to this audio is that I recorded it in my car, so you'll hear my keys jangling, or you might hear me take off and you might hear a little background noise from the car driving. But without further ado, here are my answers to the questions. Am I enough? Am I not enough? Am I too much? Am I in the right place? There is room for you just the way you are. I think this should be the topic of one of my blogs or vlogs. One of the things that really worked my nerve in my last corporate position in my field, because I'm in a corporate position now, but I'm in a new field. One of the issues there was that, to the leadership, I didn't fit the culture. White and blonde haired. I didn't fit the culture. And I was given feedback that, I have such a big personality that, I need to tone it down. I.e., you're so black, you're too black. Oh, that comment never left me. I was just like, did you just call me black? No, don't say I'm black. Like, is that what we doing? And this was like, big 20, I'd say 2015. So that comment has always stuck with me. And, my experience in that company was, my responses were very emotional. And that's the company that I quit in 2017. And decided to just jump out and start my business and just, bet on myself. And one of the reasons was because I was just like, I'm just going to lean into being who TF I am, and who's not for me is not for me, and who is for me is for me. And I'm not going to stress out about trying to fit into someone else's image of me just to do work that I enjoy doing. Fast forward, I started posting content on Instagram again. Just my short form content on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. And I had a friend reach out to me, and this is a friend, and this is a business friend. And, we bounce business ideas off of each other all the time. We talk branding and strategy and da-da-da-da-da. And the person asked me, hey, have you ever thought of, you might be an anomaly? Basically, their commentary boiled down to, you look black, but talk white. So you may be a little too black for the white people or non-black people, but you're too white for the black people. So, is there a mismarketing or misbranding or messaging here? Maybe you should go with a faceless brand. Have you ever thought of that? And I thank them for that commentary. And, I did not take offense whatsoever because it's things that I have thought of before. And, I replied back to them and said, thank you. Thank you for thinking that seriously about my brand. And I said, I've come to a place where I have just decided I'm for who I'm for. Like, whoever is for me is for me. And I cannot worry about the people who are not. And the funny thing is that juxtaposition is the exact thing that some people are looking for. They are looking for a person, a black professional, a black business owner, or a person of color, business person of color, may be looking exactly for a biopic person who understands culture and understands their culture, yet still knows how to communicate in the general populace. It can communicate across cultural lines. So like, I may be able to communicate with them, in a language they understand, but I also know how to communicate with broader audiences and connect nonetheless. Like, I don't have just one way of communicating, and I am an exact perfect fit for certain types of people and for certain types of companies and for certain types of brands. They are looking for me. And I shared with my friend, that I had, a few years ago in my network is someone that I network with, and they are in media and PR, and they were assisting a sports player with potentially writing a book. So they, set up a joint meeting for us to just, connect. And so the person introduced me, said, this is Denise Renee, this is what she does, and da-da-da. He said all that. And then he said, and the white people like her. Let me tell you something. I fell the hell out. I fell out. That thing had me cracking up to this day because I knew exactly what he meant. I didn't take offense to that at all. And so basically he was affirming the very same thing, that look, she's down, she's cool, whatever, she's black, she understands our culture, but white people like her too. She works with white people. She works with, like, if you go to my playlist of testimonials, the people that I work with multicultural. I mean, when I got married, my bridal party, like my ex-husband's groomsmen were all black, but my bridal party, child, I had white, I had Asian, and I had black and Caribbean. Like, I have always been around a multiplicity of people. That's one of the beauties, I think, of growing up in the Bronx. When I literally went to school with like everybody. So who I am, what I do, what I bring to the table, it's not for everybody. And I'm fine with that. And I lean into who I am. How you get me, how you get me. You're going to get me talking straight some days. You're going to get me talking a little Caribbean every now and then. That might peak out. Or you get me just, you get me in my Bronx mode. Or you get me in my Atlanta mode. And I'm going to let you know what I'm finna do 159 times, 59 11 ways. So, whichever. It is what it is. And I am for who I am. And I just share this to encourage you to be you. Be your unique self, because someone is looking for you. They're looking for what you have, the way you deliver it. On period. So I hope that that was encouraging for you. If you want to borrow my answers and my conversation to myself for yourself, by all means, take it and run with it. And I'd love to know what your version of this is. Let me know down in the comments. So I'm not going to make any promises as to how frequently I'm going to get to my content on this channel. Just know I haven't abandoned this channel. I'll be back. But I'm just trying to find my groove and my schedule for creating content for this channel. So just be patient with me, okay? But I'll be back, okay? I'll be back. So I thank you so much for your feedback, for listening, for hanging around. And, in the meantime, go hang out on my business channel, Writing with Denise Renee. When I'm back here, you'll know. Thank you so much for hanging out with me in this video. Feel free to check out one of my past videos, and I will see you guys in the next one.